India's largest airport is being constructed near Greater Noida in Jawar. This airport will not only be the largest in India, but also the largest in Asia and the third largest in the world based on the number of runways. Once completed, it will feature 6 runways and will cost over Rs 1 lakh crore. Upon opening, it is expected to handle over 12 crore passengers annually. To put this into perspective, the current largest airport in India, Indira Gandhi International (IGI) Airport, can accommodate around 7 crore passengers per year. Thus, Noida International Airport will have double the capacity. Spanning 7,200 acres, it will have 5 terminals. This raises the question, why is there a need for a larger, newer airport just 80 kilometers away from IGI Airport, which is already the largest in the country and ranks 9th in the world? IGI Airport recently opened its 4th runway, enabling it to handle 2,000 flights per day. Additionally, Delhi has 2 more airports, Hindon Airport and Safdarjung Airport, so why not expand these? To understand this, we must go back to 1918 when Delhi's first airport, Safdarjung Airport, was established. Located on the southern boundary of Lutyens Delhi and initially named Willingdon Airfield, it was more of an open field with grass runways and tents than a conventional airport. At that time, new airplanes had arrived in India, primarily used by the British Royal Air Force for practice and exercises. The airfield was named after Lord Willingdon, the Viceroy and Governor-General of India. It took 10 years to improve the infrastructure, and in 1927, the first commercial flight landed, converting the airfield into a small aerodrome with dirt runways. Asphalt and concrete runways were introduced much later. This was India's second aerodrome after Mumbai's Juhu Aerodrome and began to offer commercial services. The Delhi Flying Club started in 1928, becoming a hub for wealthy flying enthusiasts. During World War II, the aerodrome became crucial for the South Atlantic ferry route, used by the Allies' Air Force to transport critical war materials, necessitating frequent refueling stops. In 1947, it played a role in the India-Pakistan War, primarily serving Air Force flights with few commercial operations. Post-independence, Delhi's population and area expanded, enveloping the airport, which was initially on the city's boundary. Surrounding cities grew and new neighborhoods emerged, leaving little room for the airport's expansion. Its name was changed from Willingdon Airport to Safdarjung Airport, as it was located near Safdarjung's tomb. This was Delhi's main airport, and after India's independence, passenger flights increased significantly. By 1962, all commercial operations were shifted to the new Palam Airport. This move was driven by the need for more space to accommodate the larger and more powerful modern jet engines, which could carry more passengers and required longer runways for takeoff and landing. It's worth noting that older airports often had intersecting runways arranged in a crossed shape to handle crosswinds during takeoff and landing. Pilots would choose the runway best aligned with the wind direction to ensure a headwind, which aids in generating lift and requires less runway length. Today's powerful aircraft can handle stronger crosswinds, making intersecting runways less common. Returning to the main topic, Palam Airport, initially an Air Force base established in 1932, became the primary commercial airport in 1962. Located near Dwarka, it originally had 2 cross runways, one of which was converted into a taxiway while the other was expanded. By 1979 to 80, the airport handled 30 lakh international and domestic travelers with only one terminal, T1. To meet growing demand, a new terminal, T2, was constructed, 4 times the size of T1, and opened in 1986 for the Asian Games, shifting all international flights to T2, while T1 was upgraded and divided into 3 parts, T1A, T1B, and T1C. As international flights and the number of passengers increased, so did the demand for larger aircraft like the Airbus A380 and Boeing 747, which needed longer runways and larger gates. By 2006 to 2007, T1 and T2 were designed to handle 1.25 crore passengers but were managing 1.65 crore, causing significant congestion. The addition of a new 3.8 kilometers runway, 1028, in 2008 increased aircraft movements, but the existing terminals were still overwhelmed. To address this, the Airport Authority of India collaborated with private companies to build new terminals and runways, costing thousands of crores. This led to the establishment of Terminal 3, T3, at IGI Airport in preparation for the Commonwealth Games. Management rights for Delhi Airport were transferred to Delhi International Airport Limited (DIAL), comprising four major stakeholders: GMR Group, Fraport, Malaysia Airports, and the Airport Authority of India. Similarly, Mumbai Airport rights were sold to the GVK Group. The partnership with DIAL allowed for the rapid expansion and modernization of Delhi Airport, transforming it into a world-class facility capable of handling the increasing demands of air travel. 9 years after Malaysia Airports sold its stakes to the GMR Group for Rs 505 crore, GMR Group increased its stake in Delhi International Airport Limited (DIAL) to 64%. This public-private partnership led to a significant transformation at IGI Airport, including the construction of Terminal 3, T3, and the third runway, both completed by 2010. The terminal, built in a record 37 months, increased the airport's capacity by 3.4 crore passengers annually and cost 14,000 crore. Around the same time, the Delhi-Gurgaon Expressway opened, providing a non-stop connection and featuring multiple approach ramps for convenient access to the airport. These improvements were made in preparation for the 2010 Commonwealth Games. Following its opening, T3 became the 8th largest terminal globally, and all international flights were moved there from T1 and T2. In 2011, the Airport Express line opened, offering direct access to T3, marking the first such airport expressway in India. The new terminal and runway significantly increased the number of flights, enabling many people to travel by air for the first time. This led to increased competition, lower ticket prices, and the emergence of new airlines and routes. Low-cost carriers like Indigo and SpiceJet capitalized on this growth, contributing to the exponential expansion of the airline industry in the early 2000s, a trend that continues to some extent today. Following the opening of T3, T2 was renovated in the 2010s, and now T1 is undergoing renovation. The T1 renovation will consolidate the smaller terminals, T1A, T1B, T1C, and T1D, into a single large terminal with a unique guitar-shaped design. The terminal will feature gates with aero bridges in the neck and entry and exit points in the base. Once completed, T1 alone will be able to handle 4 crore passengers annually. Despite the airline industry's struggles during the 2 years of COVID-19, demand surged unexpectedly from 2022, prompting the expedited renovation of T1 and completion of the 4th runway. The 4th runway opened last month, increasing the airport's total flight capacity to 1,500, 2,000 flights per day. Additionally, 2 elevated taxiways were opened, allowing airplanes to cross roads via these structures. This innovative design, the first of its kind in India, reduces time and fuel consumption by providing a shortcut between the southern and northern parts of the airport. With the ongoing expansion of T1, IGI Airport will soon handle up to 10 crore passengers annually. Further expansions of T2 and plans for a new T4 terminal are in place to meet increasing demand. Once completed, IGI's total capacity will reach 14 crore passengers per year. Currently, only 2 airports globally can handle more than 10 crore passengers annually, highlighting IGI's significant growth and future potential. One is in Beijing, China, and the other is in Atlanta, USA. Currently, IGI Airport operates 3 terminals, T1 and T2 for domestic flights and T3 for both domestic and international flights. IGI Airport covers 5,200 acres and has been the busiest airport in India since 2009. It ranked as the 9th busiest airport globally in 2022 to 2023, handling 5.9 crore passengers. Additionally, it is India's busiest cargo airport, managing nearly 9 lakh tons of cargo in 2022. Although IGI is one of the best airports, it faces several connectivity issues due to its piecemeal development. For instance, T1 and T3 lack airside connectivity, meaning international passengers arriving in Delhi must clear immigration before catching domestic flights. This causes inconvenience for connecting passengers whose flights operate from different terminals. Inter-terminal transport is also limited, with bus shuttles running every 20 minutes. While T2 and T3 are close, traveling to T1 can take 15-20 minutes depending on traffic. Future plans include connecting the three terminals via air trains, but this proposal has not yet been approved. IGI Airport is the major international hub of North India, offering direct flights to 141 destinations in 51 countries, more than any other airport in India. Passengers from Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Uttarakhand travel to IGI via trains, buses, and taxis for international flights. To alleviate traffic at IGI Airport, each major state capital should build an international airport capable of handling more flights. This would enable passengers to fly internationally from their own states, reducing the burden on IGI. Otherwise, the projected 14 crore passenger capacity will become insufficient in 15-20 years. Future expansions at IGI will be challenging due to space constraints. Expanding Hindon Airport, located in the northeast of Delhi in Loni Ghaziabad near the Hindon River, is another option. Opened as an Air Force station in the 1960s, Hindon has one 2.7 kilometers east-west runway. It was converted into a civil enclave in 2017, allowing commercial flights alongside Air Force operations. A small terminal was constructed, and two airlines began regional flights, though they ceased operations in January 2023. Currently, no commercial flights operate at Hindon. Safdarjung Airport, closed to commercial flights since 9/11 due to security concerns, now serves only VVIP helicopters, primarily for the President and Prime Minister. Around 80-90 helicopter movements occur each month. A 1.5 kilometers tunnel directly connects the President's residence to Safdarjung Airport for faster movement. With Safdarjung Airport closed and no commercial flights at Hindon Airport and limited space for expansion at IGI Airport, a new airport is needed in the NCR. Without plans for airports in northern state capitals, an NCR airport is essential. India's air passenger traffic is projected to grow by 7% annually, doubling in 20 years. Planning and development of additional airports are crucial to accommodate this growth and ensure efficient air travel infrastructure. With the annual passenger count at Delhi Airport expected to rise from 7 crore to 14 crore in the next 20 years, IGI Airport faces significant challenges. Peak time congestion has already led to instances where passengers missed flights from T3 due to long waiting times. To address the growing demand, Indian Airlines are making substantial investments. The Tata Group, after acquiring Air India, ordered 500 jets from Airbus and Boeing at a cost of $100 billion, lakh 20 crore, including 400 narrow-body and 100 wide-body aircraft such as the Airbus A350, Boeing 737, and Boeing 787. Similarly, Indigo ordered 500 Airbus A320s for Rs 4 lakh 50,000 crore, marking the largest single airline order. With previous orders pending, Indigo's total pending orders will reach 900 planes, indicating a pressing need for more airports to accommodate the influx of aircraft. Given these extensive orders, it is clear that the current airport infrastructure will be insufficient. Developing every state capital into an international hub could help distribute traffic more evenly and reduce the pressure on Delhi. The western side of NCR is not a viable option for a new airport due to IGI's presence, and Hindon in the northeast is also unsuitable due to space constraints. The southeastern side emerges as a promising location for expansion. Jowar Airport was proposed in 2001 and was initially opposed by GMR due to concerns that it would affect IGI's profits and traffic. After several relocations and delays, Jowar was finalized as the site. The Union Chief Secretary of Aviation urged the UP government to expedite the planning process, especially with Hisar Airport also seeking approval to serve the NCR region. Flughafen Zurich AG, which operates Zurich Airport, won the tender to develop and operate Noida Airport for 40 years through the special purpose vehicle Noida International Airport (PVT) Limited. Despite GMR's right of first refusal, Flughafen Zurich's bid prevailed. The airport will follow a revenue-sharing model, with a fixed fee per passenger going to the Noida International Airport Authority. The development of Noida Airport will occur in 4 phases. Phase 1 consists of 2 stages. Stage 1, opening half of the terminal with a 1.2 crore passenger capacity. Stage 2, completing the terminal to reach a 3 crore passenger capacity. Runway configuration. The first runway will be aligned east-west, 10-28. Runway numbers indicate the magnetic direction in degrees, for example, 09 for east at 90 degrees, 27 for west at 270 degrees. Runways can be used from both directions, with numbers differing by 180 degrees. Multiple runways in the same direction are denoted by LC and R, left, center, right. Similar to IGI's configuration, for example, 11L/29R and 11R/29L. As Delhi's IGI airport continues to grow, reaching capacity limits and experiencing congestion, the development of Noida International Airport, Jewar, becomes increasingly critical. With strategic planning and phased development, Jewar Airport aims to accommodate the rising demand, providing a much-needed boost to the region's aviation infrastructure. This expansion is essential to manage the expected doubling of air passenger traffic over the next 20 years and to maintain efficient and smooth operations for both domestic and international travelers. Besides Delhi, several major cities worldwide have multiple operational airports. 2 prominent examples are New York City and London. London boasts the busiest city airport system globally in terms of passenger traffic, with Greater London having 6 active commercial airports that collectively handle 18 crore passengers annually. Heathrow is the largest, followed by Gatwick, with several other airports serving the city. New York has 7 commercial airports with a total of 14 crore passengers each year. However, only 3 of these are major airports: JFK, Newark, and LaGuardia. Advantages: reduced congestion. Multiple airports help to disperse passenger traffic, easing congestion at any one airport and in surrounding areas. Increased competition. Competition among airports can lead to lower prices, better services, and more options for passengers. Improved accessibility. Airports spread across different city locations make it easier for passengers to choose nearby airports. Disadvantages: reduced efficiency. Duplication of facilities and services across multiple airports can lead to inefficiencies. Complicated air traffic control. Managing airspace becomes more complex, as seen in London with its 6 commercial airports. Coordination between airports to ensure safety and efficiency can be challenging. Interconnection issues. Transferring between airports can be difficult for passengers with layovers, requiring reliable transportation links. Passenger confusion. Passengers might book flights from the wrong airport, causing difficulties in reaching their correct departure point. London has taken measures to address these challenges by assigning different roles to its airports. Heathrow serves as a major international hub. Gatwick handles a mix of leisure and business traffic. London City Airport focuses on business travel. Luton and Stansted cater primarily to low-cost carriers. This specialization helps distribute passenger traffic more efficiently across the various airports. Delhi can learn from London's approach to manage IGI and Noida International Airport effectively. By assigning specific roles to each airport and ensuring proper connectivity and coordination, passenger distribution can be optimized, reducing congestion and improving overall efficiency.